turning that party up. Used to have a my Nautica. You know the money be calling up. Friend, I'm tryna all of ya. Talking about he ballin', watch this. Started let me too quick. Went to Oakland with a few. Took 'em all you break. Yeah. Imagine what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 carats on my Kobe. That for the homies.
I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my hands.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Now Austin Eckler on the return. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going underneath for Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to...
Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Throwing on first down. Curry. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
To throw on second down. Curry. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on third and long. Curry. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Curry. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. To throw again. Curry. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Lucky 56.
From the gun, Curry. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
Gun! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Gets it to Strong. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
On first down, Curry. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gone!
Throwing again. Curry. Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
No. Check. Patriot. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll set up to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Brown, his first catch. It's a first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. Spinning pass still. And some room to maneuver. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Curry. Simpson reels it in over the middle. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and 2. Curry. And he connects with Ebron. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On 1st and 10, Curry. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Curry, quick hitch, complete. It's Cannon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the 1st half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there, he's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him, they blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, which you're counting.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down and, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
Take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They go with Urban to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Curry trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Three down. Gone!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Three down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
I got you, 88. I got it.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Dumps it off for Irvin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Escape. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Throwing to start the drive. Curry. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Curry dumping it off for Johnson. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. The Charger D making things difficult, and it's 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Operating from the gun. Curry. He finds an open man. Simpson. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This is Gordon on the dump off. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. He's got a man complete. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going underneath for Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Gun! 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 Gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's brought in by Washington. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. This pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Strong, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Off the play fake. Curry. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hey. You got 3. Gun! Over!
From the gun, Curry. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Check.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Keeps himself upright. Steps away to his left. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Sturgis for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Colts getting ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again. Curry. Throw left side complete. That's Simpson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Looking to throw. Curry, and that's caught by Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Throwing on first down. Curry looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Simpson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw. Curry. Over the middle to Smith. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, Curry finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And a loose football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Now a play fake here on first down. Shelling through the defense. Sliding out of the pocket. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Over! 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 Over!
Looking to throw. Able to get away. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, If you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's the backup Smith being chased out left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go.
To throw again. Curry got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and 2, Curry. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Looking to throw. Curry. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. But he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up to throw. And he's got that one complete to Darbo. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Justin Houston in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo
exactly.
going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
There's pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big hold of the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 1st and 10, Curry. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to the air on 2nd down. Curry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
All right, now, look at 56.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for the home team here, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my... I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott. Took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. 1 in the